And we're live.
Thanks, Jim. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shop the World, episode 11. It's amazing. That's more than 2 months we've been doing this. And so grateful for everybody that joins us. We're all here to change the world together through making all of our dollars count every time we shop. And NOVICA does that in the way that we can through fair trade. And I know I'm preaching to the choir because everybody here that's watching is here for the same reason. So remember to share this link so that other people that don't know there's this amazing place where you can buy handmade, fair trade, gorgeous jewelry, apparel, and decor from around the world. So share it so people know where they can go and do right by the creators of these beautiful products. So today, the episode is, we're kind of calling it Silver Bells because everything is metallic in nature, including this beautiful holiday. I wasn't sure what to wear under this. I think I might have gone with a little black dress, but I decided to dress it down a little bit, more casual. Talk about that later. But first up, be sure to visit Jenna in the chat. As always, we're doing live giveaways. So $50 NOVICA gift certificates that you can either re-gift because they're beautiful, or treat yourself to something amazing from the NOVICA website. So of course they come like this, beautifully embossed, NOVICA on there, and in a beautiful handmade cloth bag. And Jenna is also, if you're chatting with her, giving away also to random winners our beautiful new NOVICA t-shirts, so you guys can continue being our ambassadors out in the real world and talking about us when people ask what that means. I think one of our regular followers, Bill, noted that he is now wearing his, but just arrived. So thank you, Bill, for supporting the team here, and everybody else who's doing the same. We've got so many amazing customers all over the world, more than 100 countries. And I know so many people watch this show after we're live, depending on your work hours and your schedule. So this goes out to all of you too. If you're watching during the live show today, all the beautiful things I'm about to show you are all 15% off during the live show. So you go to the first pin link and you put anything you like and everything, hopefully, in your shopping cart. And then, and Jenna, of course, in the chat can help you find that if it's not obvious. And then 15% automatically gets deducted off all of that. And if you're watching after the show, throughout the weekend up to end of day Sunday night, you can enter the code episode 11. So episode 11 in your code at checkout to get that same 15% off anything at all that you want from the NOVICA website. So fill your shopping cart. Now's the time to get a jump on the holiday season. And of course, we've all got birthdays coming up all the time. So think about who's special and maybe what event you're going to go to. Are you going somewhere for Thanksgiving? Check out all our beautiful, beautiful gifts for hosts, which is its own category on NOVICA. If you go to the gift finder and pick out something stunning to bring with you if you're a visitor on Thanksgiving, or if you're hosting, we've got so many beautiful gifts too. Party gifts, as well as gorgeous table linens and all sorts of tableware and all sorts of incredible decor from around the world. All right, so today we are featuring I think, 12 or 13 beautiful items from all over the world. We're going to start right now with Uzbekistan, which is very near and dear to my heart at the moment because I had an amazing experience there with Diego, who's launching our Artisan Empowerment Hub in Uzbekistan this whole past year, and also Medina, who is our sourcing maven there, who's been going and meeting with so many amazing artisans, and she took me on an incredible journey through Uzbekistan to meet with new artisans and to see her process of how she onboards them and educates them about NOVICA and what we do and how we can help with fair trade and getting people live on the internet, selling directly to customers who otherwise wouldn't have access, don't have a way to ship if we're not handling all those challenging details, which we do seamlessly. So you can order this beautiful Christmas ornament that I'm going to show you next directly from Uzbekistan and know that it's going to be magically shipped right to your doorstep perfectly by NOVICA. Now, I don't have that in person, unfortunately. I wish I could show you just how amazing it is, but let me tell you, it's truly beautiful. A little bit of details about that. And remember, like, comment, and share. Be sure to be in the chat with Jenna so that you can might win one of the $50 gift certificates. She's giving away several, and the t-shirts and so forth. Okay, so this is called Summer Flower. It's a ceramic ornament made by a man named Maxim in Uzbekistan. He goes by his first name. He's an artist, first name artist. So it's a very dreamy kind of glazed ceramic that he does. I'm going to tell you a little bit snippets from his biography in a minute too. Very interesting man. So Tara had asked us to talk about the colors a little bit, one of our watchers. So this is yellow, light green, red, black, and white hues, all intricately, and I'm going to tell you about his style of how he paints. So interesting, very intricate floral motifs, reminiscent of traditional Uzbek motifs and patterns, and fairy tales, the artisan said. And there's some open work in that as well, which you can kind of see there in the picture. So that ships directly from Uzbekistan. And I'm so excited to finally be talking about these artisans. We've been working now for the better part of a year to get them on board and to establish our office there. And it's always a very complicated thing to arrange amazing shipping rates so that customers can ship from Uzbekistan as if they were shipping from around the corner. And so this is one of our first things we get to talk about. So Maxim, the artisan, you can maybe leave this up for just a minute, Jim, and then switch to his picture. He says, I opened my family workshop in 1992 in Tashkent, and I just got to go there to Tashkent with Medina. We took a train and went to all these spectacular mosques and met with some amazing, inspiring artisans. I'm going to show you a couple pictures from that travel adventure next. So Maxim says, through a lot of creative research and experimentation, I established a unique technique of hand painting ceramics involving painting with needles on wet clay. So he shapes his clay. He's a ceramist, so he's shaped the ornament and all the other beautiful things he makes. And he actually applies the paint with needles. Anyway, he has his own technique that he's developed that he's very, very proud of. And I think he's been winning some awards too regionally there. Let's see. He says, so after I paint with the needles on wet clay, then I fire it. It allows for the creation of very elegant and voluminous patterns. So imagine all the detail he's done with a little needle to create all that on one little ornament. These prices are amazing too. All the prices are in the shopping cart. So if you go right now, click on that first link. If you're watching the live, then you'll see all these items in the shopping cart. If you're watching after the show, just put in the name Summer Flower in the NOVICA search and you'll pull it right up too. Let's see. He says, our creativity is heavily influenced by the traditional ceramics of Uzbekistan. Our designs incorporate elements from national ikat fabrics, which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute, because we're going to show you some beautiful, a beautiful ikat bag, handmade, of course. He says, our designs incorporate elements from those national ikat fabrics, ancient ornaments, and colors. Our main material is locally sourced clay. And of course, we love that at NOVICA. We're all about environmental sustainability too. We really, really try to encourage that with our artisans. And so many of them, I'd say the majority, are also really on board with the environmental aspects. What sets our products apart, he says, is the unique painting technique that allows for intricate surface details, which achieves a sense of lightness and delicacy in our creations. Yeah, and you can really see that there. So, so if you want to be one of the first to help support our amazing new artisans in Uzbekistan and throughout Central Asia, some new region for NOVICA, that's one of our first beautiful things. And there's so many more, of course, on the NOVICA website and so many more in Maxim's catalog online. But that's one of our favorites that we picked out to show you today. Oh, and I want to show you a couple, if I can take just a brief moment to show you a few travel pictures from this trip over the summer that I did to, actually, we were invited to speak at a very important economic forum. It's the European Union Central Asia Economic Forum, and this was the second annual. So all of the leaders from Central Asia were there, as well as that's me speaking. And right next to me is the EU ambassador to Central Asia. Very amazing guy, super excited about NOVICA. And the lady sitting right next to him is the head of the International Trade Center, which is part of the UN and the World Trade Organization. It's their empowerment arm to invest in regions like Uzbekistan, and throughout Central Asia, where they're working really hard right now, and in projects like NOVICA. So the ITC has helped us launch this new Artisan Empowerment Hub. So they are a development partner of NOVICA, and so it was amazing to finally meet Pam in person. And yeah, so anyway, that was a big press conference at this. Oh my goodness, there were presidents there during the 2-day forum from the different regions, prime ministers, and of course ambassadors like this gentleman sitting next to me who also spoke. And it was just an amazing experience. And right now this region is super strategic, and a lot of investment moving there to Central Asia and these areas where not much tourism is traditionally seen. So it was really eye-opening for me. I haven't been to Central Asia before, but because of the conflict right now in Uzbekistan, in Russia and the Ukraine, all those traditional trade routes have, of course, major difficulties right now because of this huge conflict with Ukraine and Russia. So Central Asia is suddenly being, called to fill in those gaps. So anyway, it's just fascinating. I learned so much, and that was during the Economic Forum. I was there representing NOVICA, of course, and it was just very inspiring. And then there are a few more pictures too. So that was in Kazakhstan, actually, right next to Uzbekistan. And then, Jim, do you have another picture there to show? I think we've got a few more. That's Diego, who heads up our Artisan Empowerment Hub. He launched it. He launched our hub in Guatemala. He's Guatemalan. And he's launching the hub there in Uzbekistan, neighboring Kazakhstan, where he's being interviewed right there at that same forum. Huge economic forum with the EU. So Diego's wonderful. He's opened up our hub there. Not sure, he'll probably end up eventually going back to his homeland and our Artisan Empowerment Hub in Guatemala. But right now, since he's such an expert on opening up hubs, he is there doing all the work on the ground, along with our new team there in Uzbekistan. So he was being interviewed there on for television and so forth at the Economic Forum. And then there are a few more photos. So those two pictures were in Kazakhstan. And then next, we, of course, went to Uzbekistan, where we have the hub. And this was a beautiful picture of a mosque. A friend texted me this photo, not that photo, but a photo almost exactly like it, and said, while you're in Uzbekistan, you have to look at this mosque because it's just so beautiful and stunning. And there were so many, of course, that were so magical. But my friend had sent me that picture. So I asked our team there, our Uzbek team, I said, where can I find this mosque? And they said, oh, well, it's in Tashkent, which is, a few hours away from where our hub is. And I said, well, I need to get there. And we were going on a sourcing trip there anyway. So we took the train and I found that mosque. We had to look for a bunch. We weren't sure which one it was. We knew it was in Tashkent. So we went to 5 different mosques. And then we round the corner and see this one. And we knew that was the one in the picture. So that's actually me there, of course, with a headscarf, because you want to be aware, of course, cover your shoulders and wear a headscarf if you go into a mosque. So that was me recreating the picture that my friend had sent, where there was a person right there standing there walking to the mosque. So that was that fun picture. And that's at the same mosque. This lovely lady, young girl, actually teenager that I met, her family had made a pilgrimage there, as many people do, to that particular mosque. And so she was also a tourist, although she's from Uzbekistan. And she wanted to know all about the United States, of course. And since there are so few tourists, really, certainly from our region in Uzbekistan, I really stood out, especially with my blonde gray hair. And so people really wanted to chat and talk and take pictures. So she'd asked to take that picture. And then at another mosque, this lovely elderly lady grabbed my arm and said, I need a picture with you. Well, that was the translation. And a lot of people speak Russian, so she spoke Russian with me. I just remembered a few words from my youth when I studied Russian. So she had to have a picture with the blonde chick. at the mosque. So anyway, it was an amazing experience. I met with so many incredible artisans. And this artisan really captured my heart. He gifted me, I showed you in a previous episode, a little, he's a jeweler, and he teaches ancient jewelry techniques at a college or a educational institution there. And he is also, I hope he'll be on our site very, very soon. So he makes jewelry for movies and antiques, old replica style jewelry. So he was showing us this crown that he had made for a movie. And that's Medina there that I told you about. She and I traipsed all over Uzbekistan together. She works at the NOVICA Artisan Empowerment Hub in Uzbekistan, covering all of Central Asia. So she's amazing and fun, and we had an interesting experience. So she speaks Uzbek, of course, Kazakh, and Russian fluently, and was my translator there. So that's my little mini travel story. All right, moving on to some amazing more items I'm going to show you today. Remember, our theme is we're moving into the holidays. So the theme for today is kind of shiny metallic things, both in terms of jewelry. I'm going to talk all about this jewelry too before the end of the session today, and some nativities. So Michael, our merchandiser who lives in Bali at our Artisan Empowerment Hub there, he was picking out things that he thought really went with, and then this beautiful scarf. Wait till I show you that. And then, of course, the metallic hints on this beautiful jacket I'm wearing, holiday jacket. And so next he picked out these beautiful glass nativity scene. We have so many nativities coming up in the next few weeks. This one is all glass, and we really love the simplicity of this. So the artisan who makes this is an expert hand-blown glass maker. So he uses those types of techniques and for making, and these are all gold edged and clear. Isn't this just the most unique, beautiful nativity? Well, you can see it there also in the picture, but so beautiful. So he really explained that his theme in this is taking obviously an ancient traditional concept and bringing a modern touch to it. With his design. Let me tell you a little bit more about that. I need to look at my notes though. And I just think that's so lovely. You see all the detail? Let me see. How do you see this? On little baby Jesus here. So he actually lives out. He's got a halo too. Anyway, so pretty. And there's gold etching all through here. All right. Let me see what I can tell you about that. It's called The Clear Miracle glass ornament by Milton Rios in Peru. He says, recalling the miracle of Bethlehem, he wanted to give a modern and ethereal turn to the traditional nativity. Yeah. All right. So he says, for him, the golden hues are a symbol of virtue and sanctity. So that's why he chose to highlight the gold or the glass with gold accents. And then let me tell you a little bit about Milton. He says, this technique requires a lot of patience, practice, perseverance, desire, and passion. What I love the most about my art is the infinity of images I can make. This constantly results in new challenges so that I never fall into a routine. My inspiration comes from everything that surrounds me, including the most important things in the universe, my 3 small children. They are my strength and my drive. They inspire my career and make me the man that I am. They fill me with energy and strength to get up every morning and work on my craft. Beginning to work on my own was crazy, especially since I had 3 small children that totally depend on me. But with strength and desire, we were able to get ahead little by little. I am very grateful for this very important window that NOVICA has provided to promote my art. So yes, let's give Milton Rios some love. If you like those, I think they're just exquisite. And they're just so delicate. Those could be out all year somewhere on a keepsake shelf. But certainly beautiful. They're so small and delicate. I just love that. And what a beautiful gift to gift those if you're coming as a guest, either on Thanksgiving or on the holidays or anywhere in between. Something small and easy to mail also, or have us ship direct to somebody with a special anniversary or holiday coming up that's Christmas, nearer to Christmas. Really, really beautiful. Gosh, I love those. I hope somebody buys those. And again, everything is handmade and limited quantities. So I think we still have a couple of those left, but they will probably sell out before the end of the weekend. So if you see them, be sure to put them in your cart. Remember, to like, comment, and share so that we can grow this program. And eventually, when we get bigger and more people watching, we're going to go daily, I hope, or at least several times a week, and help provide even more promotion for amazing, talented artisans in remote regions of the world who really need our help and support, and appreciation of their incredible master craftsmanship. So, okay, next we're moving on to Purple Song, which is a set of 6 beaded ornaments, handmade in India by Seema. She's an artist that we work with a lot in India. She's wonderful. They have and then for Tara, who asked us to go a little deeper in the colors, in case it's not really clear on anybody's screen. So those are gold toned glass and sequins. 6 stars. There come as a set, and they're perfect for a tree or to hang around. You can put those on a centerpiece, for example, if you're doing a beautiful holiday festive table. Combine those with some pine tree bows and some what do you call them, pine cones. Those would just look so beautiful, wouldn't they, in the center of a table? I think they're just lovely. And of course they come with their own little hangers, so I think they're even more beautiful in person, and very glittery too, because all the glass beads and the metallic, so that they go with our theme this week of metallic themed holiday ornaments and gifts for the holidays, or of course gifts for any time of the season. So these are the ornaments. There's 6 of them. So purple background, and then each one has a button. Let me see a little more detail on that. Oh, and they come in this beautiful golden bag. So again, what a lovely thing to come when you're a gift and be able to present this as a beautiful package and have us gift wrap it for you too, and make it even more special. NOVICA gift wrapping is exquisite. Each region has their own themed paper, and so yeah, you really get the sense of the item coming from, the gift coming from wherever you bought it from, and that it's pretty exciting to open a package from a far distant place on the planet and then have it come without the look and feel of the region too, and the story, of course, because everything comes, as I think most of our customers know, with beautiful gift cards that are keepsake cards. So you'll always, with everything you get from NOVICA, have a keepsake card that tells the story for generations to come. So really, these gifts can all become heirlooms and that tell the story. Maybe you should note in it the year that you purchased it and who purchased it. All of these types of exquisite handmade works of art get passed down through generations because they're not big box store, disposable, nameless items. They carry a story with them and a human element that I think we're all craving in this day of mass production and box stores. That return to the source and a connection with our fellow human beings. So remember to join Jen in the chat. She's giving away $50 gift certificates right now. And she's also giving away these beautiful NOVICA t-shirts, and give voice to the creative on the front. So you guys can all be our ambassadors, and she'll let you know if you're one of the random winners of those. We'll do several today, so it's very worth it to join her in the chat while we're live. And let's see. Purple Song. So a little more about these ornaments. Let's see. Each star crafted of purple fabric embellished with metallic Zardozi embroidery. So all of that is, hand embroidered, and that's a very traditional Indian style of embroidery called Zardozi, centered by a round glass bead in the middle. That beautiful amber bead is glass right there, and it's on both sides. And let's see. And then this is also a traditional tassel, Indian style tassel, and that's called a zari style tassel. So anyway, those come as a set of 6. Just beautiful. What an exquisite gift, and what a beautiful thing to decorate your tree. Have something new this year that has a beautiful story to tell behind it. And of course, bringing gifts with story to any party or get together, or anytime you have people over to the house. Not only are you helping do good in the world and be the change we all wish to see by helping encourage fair trade among your friends and family, but moreover, what a great thing to have these conversation pieces that are really special and that are good conversation pieces and that are part of making the world a better place. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, so Seema is the artisan who makes these. She does so many lovely, lovely textile and beadwork works of art. She's from India. She said, I was born and brought up in Kashmir, and I loved the beautiful scenery and lovely climate there. My association with designing, I think, dates back to my childhood. Ever since I can remember, she says, I used to paint a lot, from my mom's sari to our curtains and even our bedspreads. I'm very glad her mother let her do that, because that has become her livelihood, and now she's becoming known all over the world through NOVICA. She says, after graduation, I took a 5-year degree course in textile designing. My designs mainly focus on embroidery work and the coordination of color and fabrics. I love playing with fabrics and textures. She says, I also love bright colors. So that's the story behind those beautiful ornaments. And of course, you'll get that story when you order them, because it'll come with you with the keepsake card in the mail, along with a beautiful postcard from India too, hand signed. And well, if you've ordered from NOVICA, you know what a special experience it is. Very unique, very, very special. And again, if you could like, comment, and share. If everybody watching right now just shared this link to this broadcast right now, wherever you're watching it on, whatever platform you're watching, if you shared it with 2 people right now, imagine how quickly we could bring more people into this wonderful fold and family of all of us trying to change the world in the ways we can. And through NOVICA, the way that we can do that is by helping artisans in remote regions of the world who are talented and amazing. And in many cases, these crafts were dying out because the artisans didn't have a way to showcase their regional crafts. And so we're working very hard. Part of our mission is to help preserve traditions in different remote regions of the world, where we can bring a new light to these regional historic works of art and traditions. All right, next we're moving on to this amazing tin work. It's a very traditional, this tin angel. So she is made of a tin style that's very traditional to Oaxaca in Mexico. Oaxaca's in the south of Mexico, one of my favorite states in Mexico. It's oh my gosh, every state in Mexico is completely different, like a different country. And of course, so many different languages are spoken in Mexico. Spanish came with the conquest. So Spanish is the legal language, but all the remote villages, especially, so many regions have their own entirely distinct language groups, entirely distinct types of art forms, and food too, not what we just think of as the traditional kind of more basic catch-all Mexican food that we've become accustomed to in the US. But Oaxaca is really known as the Paris of Mexico in terms of cuisine. And it's just phenomenal. If you have a look in your local area, wherever you're watching, and see if there's a Oaxacan Mexican restaurant, and go there for dinner tonight, and it will blow your mind. That's my suggestion for the day. So this beautiful tin angel comes from Oaxaca, and this is a traditional style of hand pounding the tin. Amazing, all the handwork that went into that. It's called, let me refresh my memory. Hoja de lata is the technique, and it's a Oaxacan art form that dates back to the Spanish colonial times. She's about 12 inches high. Polly purchased her. She says, this tin angel is so precious. I wish I'd gotten 2 of them, 5 stars. She said that when she purchased hers and went back to purchase another, we were sold out. But right now we have a couple more. And again, everything is handmade and one of a kind. So if you like it, put it in your shopping cart right now. 15% off everything you're seeing today. If you're watching during the live show, and if you're watching after the live show, go to novica.com and you can purchase everything you're seeing today. Just input the name of the item you're seeing on screen. And then in checkout, the items you're seeing, or absolutely anything on the website right now, only for people watching. It's code exclusive to those of us watching the show right now. Episode 11, and then we'll know how many people are watching and shopping. That's important too. So use the code, put everything in your cart for the holidays or for Thanksgiving or whatever you've got coming up, and it applies to anything and everything. So I encourage you to spread the love as widely as you can. Isn't she beautiful? You can slightly kind of adjust her because the tin is so malleable. So anyway, I love this tin angel. So spectacular. And yeah, let me tell you a little bit about Ida Aquino and Cristina Lavariega. They're from Mexico. They're the partners that make these beautiful tin traditional works of art. Ida says, through NOVICA, we have increased our sales in a very significant way, especially during Christmas. They sell most of their annual sales happen at Christmas time, which is true of most of our artisans, but especially artisans that focus on nativities and angels and ornaments. So please, this is the moment. They're all working so hard, including Aida, to craft amazing works of art to embellish all our holidays. So this is the moment to send some love. And if you see something, put it in your shopping cart and encourage all this amazing creativity to continue. Let's see. She says we've expanded our workshop and can now offer support to our children for each of their careers because they've been able to hire other employees to fulfill their orders. She says we are very grateful to be able to provide employment for people who need it. Christina, her partner, says, I learned in the workshops of relatives who live nearby. I've always enjoyed working with my hands. Our technique can be divided into 3 important demanding processes: marking, embossing, and painting. So every single item is, hand marked out where they're going to hammer it and then emboss it, by hammering. And then painting. This one isn't painted, but some of their designs are also painted tin. He says, you can't perfect any one process unless you've mastered the previous steps. This is achieved through practice and discipline. We're delighted to be part of the NOVICA family of artists. We put a lot of love into our work and want our art to reach every corner of the world. Yes. Thank you, Christina and Aida. We love what you do. They're 5-star artisans, of course, on NOVICA and very popular now. And you can see why. So if you love that, there are only a few of those. I think we still have a couple left. So put it in your shopping cart and welcome her to your holiday table. That would also make a great centerpiece. Imagine on your holiday table having her and then, maybe on a beautiful platter surrounded by pine boughs and then a whole bunch of these beautiful ornaments either on your tree or on your centerpiece surrounding her. That would be a lovely table centerpiece, maybe with a couple candles for your holiday parties. Okay, now next we are moving to India again. The Birds in Harmony keepsake box. This is so beautiful. I have a very small one of these that I purchased years ago also from the same artisan. But this one is just the perfect size as a holiday gift or just as a treat for yourself. As a keepsake box for jewelry, earrings, necklaces, or to keep all your treasured favorite things. I have a little habit whenever I have Chinese food, which isn't very often, but I'll always open up the fortune cookie. And of course, your life shifts depending on what it says, right? I've let that happen a few times. But I've saved every single one of my fortune cookies since my youth, and they're all in a different one like this. So I save them all, and I write on the back of each one what that fortune who in my life that fortune reminds me of, and I say thank you. I write thank you, Christina, or whoever. So anyway, there's so many things, of course, you can do with these, but jewelry being the obvious one. And this would be a great gift for any age. If your grandparents watching and you've got teenagers and you're not sure what to buy your favorite teenage granddaughter or niece for the holidays or for a birthday, what an exquisite thing for them to put. And if you're shopping for your grandma, likewise, or if you're shopping for me, what a beautiful thing. Just spectacular to have that on your dresser. Also a great place to put your keys. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about that. So it's called Birds in Harmony, all hand painted. I mean, look at the attention to the detail there. Every little bit of that is hand painted. It's all black lacquered too on the bottom and inside. So beautifully done. Each one a little different because they're all handmade, not machine made. Love this. So that's by Mohammed Hussein Baba. Let me tell you about a couple of people who purchased that. Lindsay says, a beautiful, cherished gift for someone special. This is truly beautiful. Louise from Denver purchased it. She says, such beautiful craftsmanship, 5 stars. Absolutely agree with that. Thank you, Luis. And let me tell you a little bit about the artisan, Mohammed. So he is in Kashmir. He says, in Kashmir, paper mache is an ancestral art form. Here, the craft is 450 years old, which is very old, although paper mache dates back to, I think, 200 AD, we believe, in China. When the Chinese were just inventing paper in their region, they very quickly figured out how to make items out of paper mache. So this is all paper mache. It's quite hard, paper mache, which I like about it. So originated the concept maybe in China, but kind of just blossomed on its own wherever paper was being made. So Muhammad explains that 450 years ago in Kashmir, paper mache became an ancestral art form. And he says, this art form really needs the attention of the young generations. My father taught me, and also my siblings and other artisans who have come to collaborate with us now. He says, I get inspiration from my father and grandfather, who both work day and night to promote this ancestral art. He says more than 200 artisans, both men and women, now collaborate. More than 20 artisans, both men and women, now collaborate with us. There is an immense gratitude in doing something wonderful that not only helps yourself, but also helps others. Together, we want to promote our age-old art. So I love that. Thank you, Muhammad, for making something truly beautiful and for your attention to detail. I'm sure Muhammad will be watching later when he wakes up in India. And yeah, thank you for being an amazing master craftsman and for your assistants who are all doing a lovely job, earning 5 stars always on NOVICA, and rave reviews. So many rave reviews for all of your work. Thank you, Muhammad. Highly recommend that as the gift for any time, but certainly with the sparkly nature of it for the holidays. How perfect is that? That could check a lot of gifts off a lot of lists. Okay, next up we have the Merry Christmas Garland. Now that's from Indonesia, from Ketut Darsa. And I don't have that in person, but yeah, it says Merry Christmas. It's so hard to see how spectacular that is. So Tracy says, this is so much prettier in person. I cannot wait until Christmas this year so I can hang it up. Yeah, it's all handmade. Every letter. So the artisan says it's accented by silvery beads, aluminum letters about Merry Christmas. Swirling motifs are in each letter. So yeah, it's made from aluminum also. So it's all hammered aluminum. Just beautiful. And he's also got some beads. I don't know if we can see that. I wish we could zoom in a little more, but that's just beautiful. What a wonderful welcome. You know, if you're going to have a holiday party, to have that strung across. And again, with a story to tell, not something purchased from a mass-produced outlet store, a big box store, but something really special that has an artisan's name with it. And of course, a keepsake card, and of course, a hand-signed postcard from the region. India, or Indonesia in this case. I think this comes from Bali. I think it's in Bali. So that's a great gift to bring with you to a party or to hang up at your entryway when you welcome your own guests, or to drape it around one side of your tree. So you could maybe put that right in the middle of your tree and tie it around the back so that that's part of the glitter on your Christmas tree this year, or have it serve all those purposes. That's what I suggest. Let me tell you a little bit about Ketut Darsa. He exclusively focuses on embossed aluminum decor in Bali. He says, my name is Komeng Sudiarta, but many people know me better by the name Ketut Darsa. That's because I use my parents' name, Ketut Darsa, as the name of my shop. So in honor of his parents, he named his shop in Bali after his parents. So now everybody thinks he is Ketut Darsa. He says, but that's okay. For me, the name of my parent, his father, brings blessings to my endeavors. He said, my parents are farmers. They don't really understand crafts, but from farming, they were able to send me to high school. I started working when I was in high school. I am married and I have 4 children, all girls. The oldest is in college and the youngest is 2 years old. See, that's so much part of our mission, is that through empowering artisans, by connecting artisans and customers directly with this magic of the internet and the magic of the NOVICA.com marketplace, it was revolutionary when we launched, and it still is. We're the largest fair trade website in the world, working with artisans directly in artisan empowerment hubs that we have all over the world in remote regions. That's our focus, helping artisans who otherwise don't have this easy access to the internet and or easy access to ship things from remote regions easily and inexpensively. So anyway, so now he sent 2 of his kids. He went to high school. And he's now sent 2 of his girls to college. And he said the youngest of his girls is now 2 years old. Having 4 daughters makes me have to be more serious about my work, to take responsibility for them. This makes me never stop developing my ideas into new products. Yes, well, thank you, Katut, for your contribution to today's show. We love it, and I'm sure that you'll find some buyers out there. So many people watch this show over the weekend. And we're so grateful for our live crew. Jenna, who's with us now chatting? I see Deb is there, Tara's there. Oh, hi, Tara, thanks. Tara is one of our steadfast. She's always there with us. Now, I'm looking on the Facebook platform, but we're also on many other platforms. So Jenna's monitoring everything, and Jim also behind the scenes and making sure questions are answered. If you've got any questions about these products, throw them at us. And if you have ideas for what you want to see in upcoming shows, let us know. We'd love to do that. As Tara knows, we've done 2 shows in her honor because she made some great suggestions. And if you chat right now in the chat, Jenna is giving away $50 gift certificates, and she's giving away beautiful NOVICA t-shirts just for adding some comments with her and sharing the love. Ask some questions of her. Let her know what you like, what you would love to see next. And if you've been to Uzbekistan, where I just showed you some of the travel pictures from, or Kazakhstan, I'd love to hear it. I don't know too many people that have been there from the US. I know we have people watching from all over the world, but would love to know if you've been to those countries yet. Yeah, and remember, everything right now that I'm showing you, all these beautiful treasures, jewelry, handmade works of art of all kinds for the holidays and for gifting, they're all 15% off right now if you put them in your shopping cart and check out while we're live. And then if you're watching after the show and you go to NOVICA.com, you can use the episode 11 numbers in your shopping cart, and you'll get 15% off anything and everything you want to shop. But we would love to send some immediate support and thumbs up to these artisans by having you purchase whatever you see right now that you love. We would love that. It would get us so excited. We look at all this stuff immediately after the show, and we get so excited. We're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so bought this piece. And yeah, that's why we're here, you guys, to help change the world together. And by spending our hard-earned dollars where they count and where they're appreciated, which in our case at NOVICA is through fair trade with handmade works of art. Could be that you are an impassioned coffee shopper and then shop handmade or fair trade coffee. And we don't have coffee, but there are so many amazing companies doing good work in the world through fair trade. NOVICA happens to be the largest that I'm most excited about because I'm involved and because we have our artisan empowerment hubs all over the world. But always think before you spend, where is this money going? Who is it supporting? Can I do better? Because I have worked, I'm speaking for all of us, so hard for everything that we purchase. It should mean something, and it should last and endure. And why not buy beautiful Christmas gifts that become heirlooms and that really have a story to tell, and that'll come with a keepsake card that's beautiful and tells a story. So yeah, that's my recommendation. All right, next up we have this beautiful, beautiful set of 3 14-karat gold flashed figurines. So they are iron flashed with gold, 14-karat gold. This is called the Family of Deer. Are they exquisite or what? They're so beautiful. Those are from Thailand, from Canteen Nan in Thailand. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so he's very into abstract, obviously. There's some very clearly deer. I just love his, he's a true artist. I love his design. So 3 different sizes, they come as a set. And again, all the prices are in the shopping cart. So right now, the first link, if you click on that, you can shop and watch us at the same time. We won't go away. And you'll see all the items I'm showing you today, just today, in that shopping cart. And you can add them to your shopping cart, take them out, wait, and maybe check out right when we're done. But if you do it while we're live, everything's 15% off right now while you're watching. And let's see, the largest is 11.25 inches high, and the smallest is 5 inches high. So the little baby deer there is 5 inches high. So these are substantial. How beautiful would those be on the center of a big table, or at your foyer, or right outside your front door, or under your tree, or in any corner of your home that you're looking to decorate for winter. Could be for the holidays, and it could just be for winter. Yeah, it doesn't have to. These aren't necessarily a religious theme. They're just beautiful and remind us so much of nature and beauty. And I love that they're flashed with gold. I mean, that's pretty special. And yet the price is amazing, because everything we're showing you is artisan direct pricing. Artisans on NOVICA, they set their own prices. The whole concept of NOVICA is to bring the customers and the artisans directly together, artisans from remote regions of the world. That's our specialty. And for the first time in history, artisans are able to set their own prices with our council, so they know what these types of beautiful works of art go for in, for example, Europe and the United States. So they have a basis for that. And our request is always sell them for less, but much more than you'd ever make when you're selling to multiple levels of middlemen. So that's how NOVICA works. So when you purchase that set of 3 beautiful deer, the artisan, that's a huge income boost for that artisan. In this case, in Thailand, I think Kantinan is in the north of Thailand. And at the same time, you are paying an incredible low price compared to what you'd pay in any kind of an art shop or, Christmas boutique for something of that beauty and quality. And you would never get to learn the artisan's name and get the keepsake card that talks about the artisan and the hand-signed postcard and all the magic that is NOVICA. Those are spectacular. I just love those. I'll tell you a little more about Kantinan. He focuses exclusively on hand-carved home decor in Thailand. Throughout my journey, I hope NOVICA will be a terrific way to promote our Thai crafts. And she's been with us now for a little while. So this interview was when we first met her. She says, I grew up in Chiang Mai. Oh, Chiang Mai is spectacular too. It's in the north of Thailand. If you haven't been there and you go to Thailand, don't just go to the beach. Go to the heart of northern Thai culture, Chiang Mai. It is the city of art. And of course, the food is without compare. Imagine 3 meals a day of Thai food, and the best in the world. Okay, so she's from Chiang Mai. She grew up in Chiang Mai near Ban Tawai village. My father has been selling wood since I was a child, so I've grown up around woodwork. She says if the economy improves, meaning this was during COVID and still, travel is off somewhat. So she says if the economy improves and more tourists visit, I would like to open a larger main shop than what I currently have. Throughout my dream journey, I hope NOVICA will be a terrific way to promote our Thai crafts. Thank you very much. And I think that wish is coming true. And if you love what you're seeing, please order from this amazing artisan who is truly an incredible designer. Those are just spectacular, absolutely spectacular. All right, now we're moving on to another one of my favorites. This shawl is so beautiful. This is an incredible gift. So it comes in this gorgeous box, and it's made by a woman in Thailand named Malati. She also goes by a single name, one name, artist. She's an artist designer. She's famous in Bali. She's a local cinema star and definitely a TV star and model and actress and dancer. She's a well-known dancer. And of course, the dance arts in Bali are so important to the culture. Oh, she's an amazing woman. So she has her own line of pure silk, and I mean the finest silk scarves that she does. And so each scarf comes in this gorgeous silk box too. I've already taken the scarf out, but just to show you how beautifully each of her items come. So these come perfectly ready to gift wrap. Of course, you should have NOVICA gift wrap because it's even more amazing than I've seen anybody do at home. Really, our gift wrapping is amazing. I know I keep saying that, but so the scarf comes in that. Of course, it comes like everything from NOVICA with a beautiful keepsake card that tell you about Malate's collection. She says, I really enjoy my life as a model, an actress, and a dancer, wife and mother of a beautiful daughter. And then it tells you a little bit about this scarf I'm about to show you, Slate Majesty. Now, the one I'm going to show you looks a little different than that one. It's darker in tone, but the same pattern and same incredible batik design on it. Yeah, so that comes with it, as well as this beautiful trimmed cloth card explaining about her collection. So this is a really special gift to give to somebody in this beautiful box. Have us wrap it for you and be done with one more incredible gift for the holidays. Okay, now I got to show you this spectacular shawl. I'm just in love with it. Every one of her shawls is this exquisite. So it's a very, she's really chooses her silk carefully and does the most high quality silk. All the tassels, silk as well, of course. Oh, it's just phenomenal, both sides, two-sided. I'll tell you a little bit about the batik process here. So batik, you know, is a wax resistant style and very traditional to Indonesia. You'll see batik in other areas of the world as well, but very, very masterfully. Well, it's an art form, definitely in Bali, and you can just see the quality. This kind of ropey silk feel. It's not a flimsy, thin, light, inexpensive silk. This is a really luxurious silk. This is a gift to remember. Oh, I just think it's spectacular. And again, in keeping with everything we're showing you today, we're kind of going with that a little bit of a metallic look or silver tones. In this case, not necessarily metallic, but just very silvery and just beautiful. Oh, I cannot say enough about this. It can be either a shawl, of course, or a scarf. Oh, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. I don't want to have too much interference with the microphone, but yeah, you can see how you could wrap that all around and actually use it just to keep warm, or wear your beautiful gown for the holidays if you're going to dress up, or for New Year's Eve, and just drape this lightly over your shawls. Have it hang down a little bit, not quite up all the way on your shoulders. Oh, exquisite. Yeah, it's just got that really kind of ropey, soft, thick silk feel to it. I love this shawl. Let's see. So nature-inspired designs. Yeah, she's, oh, you know, you can see the river motifs and the flowers, and kind of these blues, and then the kind of rust-colored flowers, and then these. It's not white at all. It's more like a, yeah, some creamy colors in there, like a dark creamy color. Let's see what she says. So this is called Slate Majesty. Intricate nature-inspired designs, she says, of slate and buff. So yeah, she's calling this buff. Yeah. And so the motifs are applied using the batik method. So, but batik is, you know, wax resist. So all of the little areas are drawn or painted with a wax. And then it's a multi-stage, very complex process to dye textiles with in the batik style. So you will do the wax resist so that the dyes don't enter your fabric in the areas where you don't want them to enter. So perhaps here, but then you would leave the paisley or the flowers, you would leave them with no wax, so that when you put this in the dye bath, the dye goes only to the areas that don't have that wax coating, which is all, of course, removed. There's no wax on this at all now. But so you need to do that for each color that you dye bath. So however many colors, in this case I see 3 or 4, you will be doing a different set of the intricate wax work before you dunk it. So an amazing amount of work goes into all these kinds of silks, and also cotton batiks. We'll show you some cotton batiks next week too. Beautiful bathrobe. All right, let me tell you a little bit about Melati. Oh, and the size on that shawl is 69 inches long by 21.75 inches wide, and the fringe is 4.7 inches long. Yeah, fringe on both sides. Marley purchased it. She says, absolutely beautiful colors. I enjoy wearing all my scarves from Melati's collection. She has a whole collection. This is my favorite, and that's why we're showing you this one today. And again, 15% off everything I'm showing you right now. If you purchase during the live show, in-app. And then if you're watching after the live show over the weekend or tomorrow, Friday, be sure to go to NOVICA and type in the name of whatever item it is that you're liking and pull that up, put that into your novica.com shopping cart. And we will then add episode 11, episode 11 as your discount code, and everything's 15% off also through Sunday. So, and remember, please like the show if you're watching right now. Like it, share it with 2 friends, and we'll spread the love and help open more people's eyes to all these amazing handcrafts that support master artisans in remote regions of the world. Okay, so let me tell you about Malati. In 1996, she played a part on a soap opera. There was a traditional Balinese tale, a true story of a Balinese dancer falling in love with a European visitor. So she's well known for that series. She says, my mother loves to wear batik textiles, and she has a very large collection of very old ancient batiks. I know that the value of batik is not confined to its apparent beauty, the kind of shallow beauty that impresses by the complexity of design or harmony of colors. Batik has a divine beauty evoked by its design, with a deep idealistic worth resulting from the merging of Hindu, Javanese, and Chinese cultures. It is a kind of spiritual beauty that makes Indonesian batik stand out over that of all other countries. She says, I try to make something special and different from batik textiles, and I only select the finest silk batik in Indonesia. She also designs jewelry too. She has a collection of jewelry on NOVICA as well. All right, so this is my shawl, my favorite of all of her collection that I had to show you today. It's just truly beautiful. Okay, all right. Now we are going to show, we have a couple more items. One more from Uzbekistan. If anyone's still on from earlier, I showed you some of my travel pictures from our trip to Uzbekistan to meet with our Artisan Empowerment Hub there and to speak at the big economic forum between European Union and Central Asia, and met with Diego, who launched our Uzbekistan Artisan Empowerment Hub. And anyway, hopefully you got to see those pictures earlier. Okay, next up we have Colors of the Road. It's a traditional ikat textile handbag from Dinara, who's in Uzbekistan, one of our new designers well, she's not new, but she's new to NOVICA, an amazing handbag designer. She focuses on handbags. So I don't have this to show you in person, but it is 14.5 inches high by 15.75 inches wide, and then about 6 inches deep. And she says it's perfect for travelers or for anybody who has a lot of different things. You know how you look in your handbag and it's so hard to find what you need because it's all jumbled together. There are so many different pockets in this. It's an amazing work of art, and it's amazing practical handbag and incredible gift with a story from Uzbekistan. So now this is the very vibrant style of Uzbek ikat. So ikat is another fabric dyeing style that also is based on wax resist methods like batik. So you can see how it's a many stage dyeing style, as is the whole story of I just told you about the silk shawl. And then she has sewn. And I did notice in Uzbekistan, most of the traditional styles were very brightly colored like this, as opposed to some of the more muted colors from Bali and Java. There's a much more festive air to the ikat tradition in Uzbekistan, and this is so emblematic of that, this handbag. So there are, let's see, she says the traditional pattern features an explosion of colors, 5 zippered pockets, and the handle itself also has a zippered closure and a lined interior with an open top pocket and another zippered compartment, which you can see right there on the side. The artisan mentioned that in Uzbekistan, an ikat motif representing animal skin, which to me this lends a little bit of that look to it, she said, is a symbol of strength and protection. The inspired designs of Central Asian ikats are many, a very deep symbolic language expressing cultural beliefs and superstitions. And I'll tell you a little bit about the artisan. We're so excited to be working with these artisans in Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan and the other countries in Central Asia that are all just coming on board now. And so excited to, for the first time, have access to the world market directly through the magic of the internet and through the magic of NOVICA, and working directly with our artisan empowerment hubs. So everything you see, we are, of course, checking for quality and doing all the photography. So, the photography is very accurate. And then we're doing all this shipping and handling and packaging and gift wrapping, if you so choose, so that everything's going to arrive perfectly and seamlessly and flawlessly right to your front door or the front door of your recipients for gifts. So Dinara says she does just handmade ikat style handbags in Uzbekistan. She said, I learned this craft from my mother, who in turn learned it from her own mother. Growing up watching my mother sew, I developed a deep love for needlework. Our products feature a blend of traditional and modern Uzbek fabrics, including Adras, Atlas, and Bekasam, and others. Oh, I did a deep dive when I was there into all these different techniques and themes in Uzbekistan. So fascinating. We'll go deep on Uzbek traditions and motifs in a future episode, and feature maybe we'll do an all Uzbek episode. Wait till you see so many more of the incredible works of art coming out of this country that so much of us don't know a lot about, or I didn't until recently. She said our products feature a blend of tradition and modern. We also incorporate old and contemporary susanis, which are embroidered traditional fabrics. Our designs combine, not in this particular case, but in some of her other designs, they'll be repurposed, beautiful textiles. Our designs combine hand stitching, patchwork elements, and national fabrics with a modern touch. Our hand stitching is a distinctive feature that sets us apart. The unique palette of Uzbek fabrics serves as a constant inspiration. And so that's our last item today from Uzbekistan. We have a little more jewelry to show you and an incredible painting of the week coming up after that. So I'm going to jump right into those. Remember to share with 2 of your friends, at least 2, and bring more people into this amazing family of all of us who are changing the world together, as you are, I am, all of us at NOVICA, by helping bring direct fair trade to artisans in remote regions of the world. We're changing our own lives by bringing gifts and apparel and jewelry with meaning into our own lives, instead of wearing anonymous, nameless, random things we might see in a perhaps nameless shop. So it's a world of difference that we're making and that we're experiencing as customers ourselves. All right, so we're moving on next to this beautiful necklace, which has been a favorite of mine for a long time. And it's definitely a bestseller on NOVICA from one of our most popular jewelers, Wayan Buwana, who I've spoken to you about before. This is so beautiful. Now, I've tightened it up a little bit in the back. It'll actually hang to about here. So it's got a longer necklace. Let's see, how long is it? Yeah, 20-inch length. I like my necklace is a little shorter, so I pulled this up a bit so you could see it better too. So that's by Wayan Buwana. He calls it Always in My Heart, which I love. It's an actual locket. It's a real locket, and it's got real space in it. So for today, I put something in it. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this without looking at it. It opens from the bottom. And I put another heart in there that fit perfectly. I kind of wanted to show you. Oh, I did that backwards. So there's actually quite a bit of space there to put some little personal treasure in, or maybe a locket of your hair or your loved one's hair, or a little picture. So this was a little heart that I have on my dresser always, and I discovered it fit just perfectly in there. So it's a really spacious locket. I love that. Again, what a great gift for all ages. For if you're a grandma shopping for your granddaughter, if you're the granddaughter shopping for your grandma, this just transcends ages, cultures, and borders. So beautiful. All handmade fine sterling silver. Of course, Wayan Buwana is an incredible 5-star artisan. I'll tell you a little bit about him. Let me tell you a little bit more about the details of this necklace. So all sterling silver, of course. Everything on NOVICA that's silver is sterling silver, either the 925, which is the most practical silver for jewelry because it has enough other metals, just enough to be a little sturdier. And then we also have some jewelry that's 950, which is a little softer but even purer. But we don't do any of the kind of nickel-y silver. It's all sterling silver minimum, always on NOVICA, which is the high quality good silver. So that's called Always in My Heart. Very intricate granulation techniques here. All this is just painstakingly hand done. We showed a video of William Vaughn at work in a previous episode where you can see him putting these little silver drop billets and then creating the patterns out of this hot silver in there by hand. Every little bit of that is done by hand. And that technique has been perfected for centuries in Bali. So they are silversmiths, master silversmiths, very part of the Balinese culture. And it has a very deep red garnet on it, which is so perfect, of course, for the holidays. What a perfect Christmas gift or birthday gift if you know somebody like me who has a birthday in January. It's the January birthstone, of course, as well, garnet. And garnet has all sorts of empowering strengths that it's believed to bring into our lives if you believe in the power of stones, which so many people do in so many cultures around the world throughout history. January birthstone, it's garnet is kind of considered, most broadly considered, symbol of creativity, love, and friendship. So we love that. So that's a lovely Christmas gift or anytime gift or birthday gift. Highly recommend that necklace. I love it. I'm wearing it. Richard purchased it for his wife. He says this necklace locket is unique. It has my wife's birthstone, so that makes it even more special. If coming from Bali was not enough! ! So yes, everything ships directly to you from the region of origin. Have us gift wrap it for you. Remember, everything right now, these prices are amazing because they're artisan direct prices. You see all the prices right now if you go to your shopping cart, or if you're watching later over the weekend, you can also get the 15% off. If you enter the name of that item, you'll find it quite easily on the NOVICA website. And if you enter episode 11, anytime you're watching through Sunday, that's exclusive just to people watching the show right now or through the weekend, episode 11 will get you the 15% off this and anything else you want to purchase. Do all your Christmas shopping right now with that episode 11 special code that's only for viewers of our live stream, only through this Sunday. But again, if you put it in your shopping cart right now, that's pinned on whatever platform you're watching, you'll see the first comment in the chat. Click on that and you can continue watching, and you go right into the shopping cart and you'll see just the items from today's show, and you just put those in. Super easy to find and super easy to check out, and that 15% discount's automatically applied to anything if you check out while we're live right now. And of course, Jenna is waiting to chat with you and to give away beautiful NOVICA t-shirts as well as $50 gift certificates for shopping sprees over the holidays. So we will mail those to you, and they're beautiful. And beautiful for regifting too. So be sure you are engaging in the chat. And Alice purchased the necklace. She says beautiful and will become a cherished heirloom. Yeah, it's really exquisite, isn't it? I love it, and I just love how big that the locket part of it is. That it can really hold something special. So yeah, if you give that to somebody special, make sure you put a memento in there before you give it to them or after, and suggest they add it. Let me tell you a little bit about Wan. So he is an artisan jeweler and designer in Bali. He's so fabulous. Oh my gosh, he's just so much fun too. He says, since joining you NOVICA in 2006, a lot has changed in my life. I now own a house, and this has been completely life-changing. One thing I can do to repay you is to always give you my very best work, which he does. He is a 5-star, so many times over artisan. Wait till you see all of his incredible reviews. He says, I'm the oldest of 4 children. And we know, right? We talked in a previous episode about how in Bali you're named, there are 4 main names. And so when you meet someone like Wayan, you know that he was the firstborn because he's Wayan. So anyone firstborn is Wayan. And that's how that works. Because our family's economic condition was so limited, I worked after school so I could pay the school fees for my siblings and also help my parents. My enthusiasm for silver jewelry crafting started when I was in the 6th grade. The real breakthrough happened when I began working with NOVICA, though. By then, my first child was already 8 years old. When I remember back to that time, I always give thanks to God for helping me through that moment. One thing that I always pray for is a long life so I can continue crafting jewelry and provide for my family. Yeah, he's really seen his life transformed by NOVICA. That's our whole mission. That's why we're here. That's why you guys are watching. We're all here for one reason: to change the world in every way we can. And the way that NOVICA has chosen to specialize, and all of us that work for NOVICA, is through fair trade and helping people, in our case, in remote regions of the world. That's our exclusive focus. Artisans in remote regions who otherwise would not be able to sell directly through this magic of the internet to a world audience, and to promote them by name and by story. Every single item on NOVICA, you will find the artisan story, much longer biography than the snippets I'm giving you here, and to read and remember those parts of what the person who created something makes this an heirloom that will never be forgotten and will never be discarded or regifted. Okay, so that's a little bit about WAN. Now we are going to move on. We just got two more things. These beautiful earrings. Okay, very delicate, very tiny hoop earrings. Also with that same, different Balinese artist, same and very intricate. So working with hot silver droplets and making these beautiful patterns by hand. This is all very floral. They're very intricate. I love the clasp closure. So these will not fall off. I guarantee it. They're just beautiful. Beautiful. They're called floral points earrings. Yeah, sterling silver elaborated with intricate floral motifs. Linda P. purchased them. She says, very delicate and lovely, made a wonderful gift, exclamation mark. 5 stars, of course. Seema says, the photos do not do these earrings justice. The earrings are so pretty and the perfect size to wear every day to work, but elegant enough to wear out in the evening. Yeah, I totally agree. You can dress these up or down, a little t-shirt, or wear them with something beautiful for the holidays. And what a great gift, again, whether you're gifting for any age, if you're gifting for a teenager, if you're gifting for a grandmother, or any of us in between. What a beautiful gift to give and get, with a story that comes with it, a beautiful keepsake card that's going to always talk a little bit about the artisan and where it's from, and the story behind it, and the actual name. Floral points will be on there, and the story of what's in it and how it's made and why. And of course, all NOVICA jewelry, even if you don't pay the tiny bit extra for the exquisite gift wrapping we do in each region differently, region themed, all the jewelry arrives in different, even without the gift wrapping, just arrives with our free gift wrapping, which in the case of Bali is the Balinese, of course, beautiful batiqued cotton jewelry bags. So those earrings came in this bag, and this necklace, beautiful necklace, came in this bag. So what a great way to give gifts. And then, of course, if you pay just a tiny bit extra for the spectacular gift wrapping that we do, that bag will still be in there with the jewelry in it. And then it also comes with a hand-sized signed postcard from the region. So love that. All right, so tell you a little bit about Putu Putri, the jewelry artisan in Bali who hand makes these. She is so lovely. She says, as most families in my village do, mine has worked with silver for several generations. My parents and grandparents are quite well known in the village because their designs are highly regarded and the quality of their work is admired. She says, I am inspired by my own family's spirit, and with their great support, I decided to venture on my own. So she's a proud NOVICA artisan, doing very well. She's a 5-star artisan, and we love her work. Oh, I have 2 more things. I have to tell you about this beautiful holiday jacket I'm wearing, which would be, now I've dressed it down with a beautiful Indian shirt, which I live in these beautiful Indian shirts or other countries' embroidered shirts. But this is called Midnight Glitz. This, oh, it's hard to show you this jacket. Well, you can see it on one of our favorite models there in the picture. It's just so beautiful and all hand done, front and back, with this amazing embroidery work. This is from Vijay Singh in India, and all hand, every little intricate aspect of this hand stitched. It's just so, look at this, all this beadwork, oh, so beautiful. And all the way around the back too. You can see all the designs. It hangs a little lower, but I wanted you to see that. So imagine wearing that, showing up at the New Year's or Thanksgiving or obviously Christmas Eve, and such a beautiful thing, whether you're wearing it out or greeting guests in your own home. It's beautiful, but I like that it's so elegant, but also casual. It doesn't button, it's just open, so you're going to show off whatever you're wearing underneath. And again, it could be worn with a t-shirt and dressed a little bit down, or you could really glitz it up into a black dress. I debated wearing a black dress today under it too, but yeah, it just looks so beautiful. And okay, so that's called Midnight Glitz. It's beaded and sequined, jacket by Vijay Singh in India. Margaret says, oh, dry clean only. He says, of course, because it's got all of the embellishments on it. Margaret says, so lovely. I cannot wait to wear this. Beautiful craftsmanship, 2 exclamation marks. Sizing is perfect, 2 exclamation marks. Yeah, all of our sizing charts are really carefully done, and we do manage the sizing charts, so you're not going to be surprised. The sizes will be as you expect. And those are, yeah, very clear and obvious on NOVICA. And Jenna in the comments can help you if you want to purchase this right now and want to know a little more about sizing. She can help point you to the sizing chart. Melanie purchased it. She says, this jacket is beautiful. Wonderful detail work in the beading and was packaged beautifully, of course, as is everything from NOVICA. Let me tell you a little bit about Vijay Singh. It's been an amazing journey with NOVICA so far, he says. When I joined NOVICA as an artisan, I had just put my foot in the garment industry. Now my workshop has expanded over the years into a company. There are around 80 to 100 workers who work with me now in different positions and with whose families I am directly or indirectly connected. Working with me has given them employment, a stable life for their families, and education for their children, along with healthcare. We love that. NOVICA is all fair trade. We're very strict about that. We have that's a whole nother story, just how hard we work to ensure that everything that we feature and all the artisans, they all commit to very high standards and, of course, to unscheduled checks. So all artisans agree to us checking all of their working conditions and any workers they may have, and also environmental concerns. These are all agreements that we make with everybody that we work with. That's why we're here, is to do right by the world and of course by the artisans and by our customers as well. And we're very impassioned about that. That is our central mission, to help change the world through fair trade. And we love that when our artisans are able to grow and expand and hire others. And in this case, Vijay Singh has really grown his company, and we're so thrilled with his success. He says, we have received many awards from national as well as international garment fairs for our designs and craftsmanship. I dream that people should recognize me by my art and my design. I also wish that when NOVICA customers wear clothes designed by me, they should feel satisfied from within and feel delighted. I love that. Anyway, this is just spectacular, isn't it? I love this. It's so good. And it's so versatile. You can wear that to so many different occasions. You can wear that to a birthday any time of the year. You could certainly wear it to any holiday gathering. And what you wear under it, whatever dress or pantsuit or t-shirt and jeans that you're wearing that with, is going to transform it into a different outfit. Maybe you have to go to several different Christmas parties and want to look a little bit different, but have something a little warmer than bare shoulders. This is just perfect for that. And what a great gift also, and because there's some flexibility in sizing, of course. Yeah, it's a safe bet to buy for somebody you love. Okay, one last thing we're going to show you today. We're doing the painting of the week, of course, and in the keeping with the theme of the holidays and gifts, this could be, there's one of these right now if somebody wants to buy it. Hand painted oil on canvas by Sayan Polo in Peru. And this is, of course, the Holy Family. Now, there's a story behind this, of course, too. This is the traditional Cusco style of colonial replica art, but it's not necessarily replica art. Most of the artisans are actually doing, they look like very familiar themes like you would see on a cathedral in Rome and throughout the world in Catholic cathedrals, for example. But they so much modify and make of their own art of these, more historic styles of painting. So this features Jesus, of course, walking with Mary and Joseph. And above, you see God and his angels bless their path with the Holy Spirit in the shape of a white dove. So do we see the white dove there? Oh, yeah, there's the white dove and the angels. Beautiful. That requires an extra 14 days for delivery. So if you're thinking about buying that, definitely put it in your cart right now. The price is amazing. I mean, this is the price of the paintings are often less than the cost of stretching a painting, for example. It arrives unframed and unstretched, of course. They'll arrive rolled in a tube for you, ready to stretch for the holidays. Have that up in your dining room in time for the holidays. Give that as a gift to somebody who you know that loves beautiful art. It's of a significant size too, so it's really a statement, beautiful statement. 39 inches wide by 31.5 inches high. So that's a real substantial painting. Oh, anyway, Trisha I think she's in Europe. She purchased a different painting, also similarly themed by Fernando. And she says, this painting was bought for a house of prayer in Ireland. The colors are very vivid, and we love how it was painted to look old, which she does. Of course, that's part of the Cusco style, is to make these look antiqued and with that quality of, the master painters of the day in Europe. But in Peru, the Cusco style and the Cusco area of Peru, it's a very popular art form. She says, I'm very happy with the purchase. Thank you, Fernando. Your artistic gift is well appreciated. So that was for a different painting. So this one is for sale right now. If nobody's bought it yet, put it in your shopping cart. If you're watching over the weekend, you can just check it, see if it's still available, which would be amazing because there's just one of these. So just remember to enter Holy Family in the search engine at NOVICA.com if you're watching this after the live show ends, and you'll find it. And remember, 15% off everything. That makes a big, big difference with items like this that are substantial. And fill your shopping cart with all your holiday shopping. Highly recommend. And please use our special live show code through Sunday on NOVICA.com, episode 11, episode 11. And we would love to, and of course, that is NOVICA takes the hit on all of the special codes and discounts we do. Artisans still always make their full price. So please take advantage of it. We would so love to send them business. This is the time of year all these artisans are looking to make their most sales that support them throughout the rest of the year generally. So, yes, this is the moment, and we would so love your support. So remember, share with 2 people, like, comment. This all drives visibility for the show, so more people get to see it on whichever platform you're watching right now. And let me tell you just a little bit about Fernando, and then we'll sign off for the day. He was born in Lima in 1947. Fernando Sayan Polo is his full name. He's a man frugal in words, but very rich in dreams. That's how he's known by our local team there, our Artisan Empowerment Hub in Lima. He says, I've drawn and painted since childhood. I have not found a better way to express myself than through my art. And that's so true. A lot of people that use their art instead of their words. To Novica's clients, so that's all of you watching right now, I'd like to say this. My paintings identify with my country's beauty, and that beauty must be understood for its singularity and seen in the light of a country with its own language. That is the language of my painting. We love that. All right, friends, let's all go forth today and do something amazing and meaningful, whether it's small or large. Let's all pick one thing we can do to help change the world, in addition to shopping right now and spending our dollars wisely in ways that also change the world through NOVICA and through other fair trade companies. 2, we support everybody doing true fair trade. We are proponents of that across all categories. But we would sure love you to do your holiday shopping with us. We're impassioned and consider ourselves one really big family with all the artisans we support and work with around the world, and would love to help this show be a catalyst for change too. So we can do that if you share the link so more people see it. Even if you're watching after the show, please share this link. We'd be so grateful. And in addition to all of that, let's, as we always say at the end of our shows, we are a family here together. Those of us watching, let's think of one thing we can do in our own lives to help change the world for the better. And let's make that start at home and in our own life and within our friends group and family group. So I'm going to think about what I'm going to do today. And I would love to see in the chat if you guys are doing the same thing. Let's inspire each other to change the world in every way we can. Of course, through shopping, but also in the little things we can do for others to make the world a better place. All right. Thank you, Jim and Jenna, behind the scenes, making this all possible. And that's it for me today. We'll see you next Thursday when we're doing more incredible ornaments, nativity scenes, and men's gifts.